Howdy folks, and welcome back to another edition of Love in Action Daily Boost. Give me 1 second to share out this boost program to all of our followers over in our WhatsApp community. They may want to stop by and be co-participants in the magic. LIA is an encouragement network. We equip, encourage, and empower the bold dreamers of the world to follow their bliss. Welcome, Cindy. Hope that you're doing well tonight. This will be a short one. I'll record this one for the podcast, and then I'll come back to chit-chat if you'd like. Let me know in the chat if you are interested in chit-chatting tonight. Otherwise, I will go through our weekly theme here in the network. This is week 43. The theme is Festivals of Love, exploring cultural festivals centered around love. And each day we focus on a chakra. So yesterday was Sunday, and it was perfect. I got you. Yesterday was the root chakra. That's all about belonging, ancestry, and the roots of love across cultures. And then today we are in the sacral chakra. The mantra is I feel, and we're talking about the celebration through dance, art, and emotional intimacy. So on Sundays, we always talk about who we are in the network. We've been doing this for 102 weeks now. And on Mondays, we talk about how we feel. So there's at least one day a week where we can be in our feelings, and that's completely okay. So here today's reflection questions all around pleasure and connection, and just drop me a line either on Substack, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube to let me know how you feel about today's questions. The first question is, which cultural festivals inspire you to move, dance, or express emotion freely? Which cultural festivals inspire you to move, dance, or express emotion freely? How do music and rhythm invite joy and connection into your body? How do music and rhythm invite joy and connection into your body? Remember, all of these questions are about how you feel and where you feel. What brings you sensual delight, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually? What brings you sensual delight, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually? How do festivals of love around the world express creativity and pleasure? How do festivals of love around the world express creativity and pleasure? When was the last time you felt fully alive in your body while celebrating with others? When was the last time you felt fully alive in your body while celebrating with others? What art form or cultural expression helps you feel emotionally connected to love? What art form or cultural expression helps you feel emotionally connected to love? How do you celebrate your own emotions as sacred and worthy of expression? How do you celebrate your own emotions as sacred and worthy of expression? In your culture, how is joy shared collectively through food, dance, or ritual? In your culture, and we all have culture, how is joy shared collectively through food, dance, or ritual? And once again, these will be available on our Substack, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast for reflection. And thank you to everybody who tunes in live and also in the replays. What role does forgiveness play in reconnecting with joy and pleasure? What role does forgiveness play in reconnecting with joy and pleasure? All right, last one. How can you honor both your sensuality and your emotional depth in this season of celebration? How can you honor both your sensuality and your emotional depth in this season of celebration? Which one? We've got a live listener and watcher here today, Cindy D Music, who is launching or relaunching her Substack. Give her a follow, you guys. She said that she enjoyed one of the questions, and I'm very curious which one it was. The last question was, how can you honor both your sensuality and your emotional depth in this season of celebration? All right, folks, that is our Daily Boost program. Second to last one. It's live, everybody who's listening over on the podcast. What role does forgiveness play in reconnecting with joy and pleasure? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What role does forgiveness play? You want to talk about it? I know you have to go teach. Holding on to grievances, holding on to past pains, holding on to past offenses gets heavy. Tara, who's one of our soul siblings here at Love and Action Network, says that when I'm holding on to past grievances and pains and trauma in my life, it actually shows up in my musicality. It shows up in my voice. It shows up in the way that I talk. It shows up in the ways in which my words come across. This is Tara. Tara's here now. She says that she can hear when I'm having a rough day based on my musicality. We're in the second to last question, Tara, of today's Daily Boost. And I didn't even realize that I was on Daily Boost until I looked down at my calendar, and here we are. Cindy said that this question was the question that made her go, oof. That's spelled O-O-O-F. What role does forgiveness play in reconnecting with joy and pleasure? And I was saying to her, and now to you, that life gets heavy when we're holding on to things, when we're carrying either our own baggage or the baggage of other people. They did this to me, I'm offended. I had this preference for how I wanted my day to go, and now people have ruined my day and therefore my life. There's just so many things that we can put upon ourselves or take onto our backs, in some of the worlds I come from. You got a monkey on your back? Have you ever heard that phrase? You got a monkey on your back. Mike has a monkey on his back. That monkey can be all of our resentments. All of the things that we could have said, they were having a rough day, or they're wounded by life like me. They're perfectly imperfect like me. They're human as I am. And I'm going to let it go. I'm going to unburden myself from these cares and these worries and these offenses so that I can be free in my art. I don't want to go onto stage or get in the car or go to the office or get in the shower or go into the kitchen or lay down in bed with all of these things weighing on me heavily. So I'm going to forgive them so that I can be lighter in my life. Now, here's another thing. Have fun teaching, Cindy. The replay will be available on Substack. Check it out. Thank you for your contribution today. I really appreciate you. You are loved and lovable for real, and you are totally a member of Love in Action Network. Thank you for being here. The biggest forgiveness sometimes is not about other people. For me, most of the time, it's about me forgiving myself. Self-forgiveness. What role does self-forgiveness play in reconnecting with joy and pleasure? Well, I tell you, when I forgive myself truly, it opens a door to me finding joy in my life and pleasure in my life. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. Are you ready for your change today? Are you ready for life to make you new? Are you ready to step into a new, brighter, joyous, and secure version of yourself? If you are, visit our content and our resources in our community over at lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link. It is a thrill to show up every day and to sprinkle love into the planet and see who pops through. I'll be back with the post live after this. I hope that you had fun, and I hope these questions illuminated your path. On behalf of our leadership team here at Love in Action Network and all of our members, stay in your power, stay in your joy, stay loved and lovable, and we'll see you very, very soon around the network or when I come right back for the post live. Pew, 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 pew. See you soon.